Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and my fertilizer guy just left. I was going to do this video. If I had not been doing something, I was going to do this video so that you could hear his fertilizer machine going around in my yard, because you've heard all the other sounds. So far, I think you've heard the blower, you've heard the lawnmower, you've heard a tornado siren, you've heard my electric razor. And I'm going to try to enhance my audio and add more sounds into the mix as we go along. For those of you that don't know, this is kind of a running joke. The fact that I have a bad microphone and a terrible technological setup, it's kind of become its own little joke. And that's the reason I joke around about that every once in a while. Okay, now this video, the theme of this video, if I had to sum it up, I would say, in the digital asset market, or any markets for that matter, there are little things and then there's big things that really matter. The little things are things such as the market that you've been all nervous about this weekend. Though that's the small picture. I guess that's a better way to say it. The small picture and the big picture. Today I'm going to show you the small picture, and I'm going to show you I'm about to drop my microphone in my lap there. I'm going to show you the small picture, and then I'm going to show you the big picture. I'm going to show you what the people who aren't really thinking about what's really happening, what they're looking at, and then I'm going to show you what the people who are the smart money, the smart investors are doing and how they're thinking. First thing I wanted to show you what you're looking at here. This is a Bitcoin chart, and I would say his name, but this is a guy who I've been listening to who is a trader, and he reminded me of this, and I thought it would be a good illustration for many of you, that especially those of you that are new to this market. And the bottom line of this is that this market, the things you've seen this weekend, that is just the way it is. That's the way it's been since I got into this in 2013. You have to have a stomach for this kind of roller coaster ride. That's just the way it is. But what you're looking at here is, I just took one example. This is from 2015. We have January all the way through November of 2015. I just want you to see what Bitcoin did that year. Up here, it was at $332 in that looks like late December, and then by January, let's see what the date is on this. By January the 14th, it was at $186. And then if you look here, by March 13th, it was up at $287. And then if you look over here, by June 15th, it was down to $226. And then everybody probably got really excited because it went up to $305 by July the 13th. And everybody probably thought about like what you thought right before this downturn over the weekend. Now look at this. We're at $308 on July 12th, 2015. And so people probably said, okay, well, maybe we're starting to go into a bull run. And then all of a sudden, what do they see? Let's see if I can get to the exact date on this, or close to it. Around August 24th, 2015, they were down to 215. So from 305 to 215 in a very short period of time. But then look now, so a lot of these people were probably feeling about the way right here, the way you felt this weekend. But if you had not focused on the little picture of how bad that felt, and you had taken a step back and looked at some of the bigger picture items and focused on the important things, and you had held on to your investment, then you would have been from 214 to 485 by November the 4th. Okay? I hope that gets the point across to you all. What you should realize and what you should think about on weekends like this weekend or maybe the question you should ask yourself is, do I really believe that digital assets are about to change the world? Well, the digital asset investor believes they're not just going to change the world, they're going to completely upend the financial world as people have known it. But you don't have to listen to me. I can prove it. Okay? And so this video, I will show you just some. I mean, I've shown you hundreds of pieces of evidence to back up what I say, but I'm going to show you just a little bit more. I'm going to show you how some of the mainstream media is beginning to understand this, and I don't think they did understand it. Okay, but I'm going to give you some more perspective. I was there when this happened, okay? Flashback. This is from XRP Veteran. Flashback. 8 years ago, Mt. Gox exchange hacked. Now, back then, remember, that was when we only had 2 or 3 exchanges where you could even buy any of this stuff. You didn't have Ledger Nano S's. We didn't have even 1/1000th of the options and the different things that we could do that you can do now. Flashback, 8 years ago, Mt. Gox exchange hacked. Bitcoin went from $17 to almost zero in minutes. Those that have strong faith and bought those dips had strong faith in Bitcoin. Recent XRP drops only 10 cents and you are already worried about your investment or project. Big things and small things, folks. The big picture and the small picture. That is what it's about. The big picture with XRP, I'm also going to show you some of that. Okay, this is from Chinu Patel at Chinu Patel 29. Sent this is a Mr. B tweet at XRP Mr. It's easy now to invest in Facebook, Amazon, Netflix, and Google, as they have already changed the world. It's much harder to invest in XRP because it requires critical thinking, vision, faith, and patience, which could yield far better returns. All money is earned. Folks, I can't tell you how many people in my life I have heard say, oh, I'm going to buy some Facebook, or I'm going to buy some Amazon, or Netflix, or Google. And 99.9% of them say this once the money has already been made. If Jim Cramer's telling you about it on CNBC, the real money, and when I say real, I mean the kind of money that I intend to make in digital assets. The real money was made a long time ago. That's newsflash. If you're seeing it on CNBC, the real money has already been made because they've already had the IPO. The Goldman Sachs and the Morgan Stanleys have already gotten their share, and they've put it in front of their rich investors and the institutional investors, and then the green light is given to the CNBCs of the world to tell average Joe investors about this stock. And now that's when those Goldmans and the Morgans and the wealthy and their institutional investors, that's when they make their real money. Then they get to pump it out to all you guys. That's what's so funny when you hear people talk about people that pump and dump digital assets. The whole traditional financial system is designed to be a pump for the people that are wealthy. The whole thing's designed that way, always has been. The way it's designed, over-the-counter trading, all of that is designed so that the wealthy stay wealthy and get more wealthy, and the Joe Schmoes out there are always the ones that are helping them get more wealthy. Digital assets represent the first opportunity probably in 2 or 3 lifetimes, I think ever in my existence, that it was a chance for people, if they were smart and paying attention behind the scenes, to get in before those people started running those games. Well, you and I are in. They haven't even begun to run those games yet. All right. Next, and again, big picture, small picture. Here's some big picture for you. This is a reply to a Barry Silbert tweet by this guy. I don't know who he is. He says, to be introduced, Indian cryptocurrency bill says official digital currencies will be legal in India, which includes digital rupee, Indian CBDC, and any foreign digital currency, which are legal tender in foreign jurisdiction, which means BTH, Ethereum, XRP also. But the point here, this is big picture stuff, folks. Look at this. This, what you're looking at, is India working out their digital asset regulations. And that is what the regulation of digital rupee and foreign digital currency, they are putting their regulations on paper. And India is a juggernaut. And guess what company happens to have a bigger presence in India than any digital asset company? Ripple, folks. Ripple's working with almost every bank in India, is what I've read. This is big picture, folks. Not this stupid, oh, the digital asset market went down this weekend. That is nothing. It means nothing. This is big picture. Stephen Bull from the DIP, at DIP SANH, give him a follow, does great short videos. He posted this video by David Schwartz. David Schwartz is big picture. Payments are broken nowadays, but this is going to change. It is a tremendous opportunity to solve the problem with digital assets and blockchain. Go watch this 1 minute, 16-second video with David Schwartz. This is big picture. Next, WebSurfology sent me this, at WebSurfology. And I'm about to read you big picture. This is an article from Newsweek. Newsweek is mainstream media, folks. This is mainstream media. This article called How to Remake Money. Now we can create money that works for us, not the other way around. This article was spurred from the Fed chair and Donald Trump talking about being asked about Libra. Donald Trump came out and said something about it. The Fed chair was asked about it by Congress, about Libra. And I wanted to read you this, and then I'm going to read you the meat of this article. Humans invented money. Now we can reinvent it. And it shows you a bunch of printed $1 bills. And so now I want to read to you what this article really is about and what it really means. It says money is now programmable like software and can be designed according to any criteria. Imagine a currency that is programmed to pay its taxes bit by bit with every transaction. Imagine a currency programmed to donate a tiny proportion of each purchase to charity or to cleaning pollution. Imagine a currency used by a growing network of parents, allowing them to better meet each other's needs even when traditional money is scarce. These monetary experiments and more are underway in the emerging field of tokenization, and due to the decentralized nature of these technologies, they are very hard to stop. We will likely soon see tokens for artists, art, neighborhoods, nonprofits, startups, schools, teams, and more, creating new interoperable network models and embedding the localized incentive structures into online and offline communities across the globe. This is Money 3.0, and it will forever change the landscape of human collaboration, just as Money 2.0 and Money 1.0 did before it. And then I want to show you this. Now, what I just read to you, I'll read that part again. We will soon see tokens for artists, art, neighborhoods, nonprofits, startups, schools, teams, and more, creating a new interoperable network models. Now, this was sent to me from XRP Veteran, at XRP Veteran. This is about as big picture gets, folks, because this involves Ripple and XRP, the greatest digital asset ever created. This is from Chris Larson. XRP plus Interledger Protocol plus Internet of Value equals New World Order. The entire world is about to change. And if you go and watch this this is an older clip from Chris Larson. He shows you that is what you're about to have. Ripple created the Interledger Protocol, which is going to allow all of these tokenized assets and digital assets, whether it's a Bitcoin or an XRP, to move through each other, to each other. That's what's coming. That's what's about to change the world. That is the big picture. Here's the big picture too from King Solomon at XRP_OWL. IMF publishes The Rise of Digital Money. New document series, FinTech Notes, e-money nearly costless, immediate, more attractive than card payments, bank transfers, especially cross borders. This is from the IMF, FinTech Notes, folks. The Rise of Digital Money. There it is right there. They printed it clearly for you to see. This is big picture, folks. Lover of all crypto, at XRP Moonshine, SBI virtual currency update. I've been checking the SBI VC website every couple of days and noticed they created a new page called Service Outline, which shows trading hours, JPY pairs, XRP, BTC, Ethereum, and deposit info. Here's the link. Think the launch is any day now. SBI virtual currencies right here. Service outline, and it's got they're putting all the information here. Handling currency pair, XRP, Japanese yen. This Japanese is they are the biggest fans of the greatest digital asset ever created, XRP. This is big picture. SBI owns 10.5% of Ripple. And finally, C3 Nick at C3_Nick sent us this. I'm not doing what the majority thinks. In fact, I do the direct opposite. After a 30 to 50% drop, depending on the asset, within just 3 weeks, I am a buyer. I'm not suggesting that you do the same, however. It could go much lower, but I go with the probabilities. C3 Nick, excuse me, I'm sorry, my throat here. C3 Nick understands the big picture. He is not a stupid guy. He is not investing on these drops because he doesn't understand the big picture. He does understand the big picture. Digital assets are about to change the world, and for that reason, the smart money looks at the big picture. They don't focus on these short stomach-hurting moments of a day or 2 days and the market downturns. They understand that comes and goes. It's a part of the territory. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe and hit the like button and tell your friends and family that the little picture means nothing. It's all about the big picture. It always has been about the big picture. Thank you for listening.